Alright guys, we have made it into the top 4 of SW Idol. Thank you all so much for voting. The quest for the tablet continues thanks to you. So in this video, we have been tasked with a RTA challenge. Now, if you're familiar with my streams, you might know I tilt, I scream, I throw hissy fits, I can't help it. RTA is like the hardest thing for me to succeed at right now. And if you're like me and you constantly feel like RTA is like beating you down and you're finding all of these smurfing G1 players and Fighter 2 and Fighter 3 and you're like, why does everyone have a Gianna here? I'm gonna show you a couple fun things you can do with your friends that can make RTA actually fun. You don't have to always real-time like ranked battle RTA. You can also just grab a group, jump into a Goodwill battle, and try some fun things out. So let me show you a couple fun things that you can do in RTA to make it not toxic. Let's go. Pack, 11 mystics, goodbye 750 crystals. All right, we are gonna go collect it, get our mana. Let's do it. Alright, so of course I like Pack Wars, guys. Pack Wars means I get to summon. It's gonna be the most pay to win or pay to play item on my list, but honestly guys, Pack Wars are fun. And if you don't have 750 crystals to blow on Pack Wars, you can always just pick out a handful, like set amount of 4 stars you're allowed to have that are unawakened and not ruined, and a couple 3 stars, and just like randomize it, just like randomly click in your storage. There's a whole bunch of ways to do Pack Wars where you don't actually have to spend those 750 crystals, but I love the random nature of it. Okay, so we see what we can use here, guys. Is there a limit? Did he just bring that Beth like he was gonna be able to use that Beth? I'm sorry. Did he? Did he just try to bring a Beth here? Bring that. We're gonna have to. I'm gonna limit myself to 2 nat 4s per battle since he only pulled 2 nat 4s. I feel like it's too uneven if I have 3 nat 4s into 2. Game face on. Yes. Let's do it. You gotta use all 3. I got this. No, Craig. I'm scared though. Why is he so confident? I want to use that Mav, yo. No, go wreck Craig. Okay, fine, we'll wreck Craig. What's he gonna do, guys? Bring that crack attack bar control? That's true. Crack-a-dawn, crack-a-dawn. No, Mav! Does anyone have a leader skill? None of these units have a leader skill. Alright, admittedly here I had too much of an advantage, but the interesting thing is I found out that Ryan is not half bad. I've been summoning like a ton of these Ryans and I'm always like, what is the point? Like we all remember the day, like the heyday of Trevor, but no one ever told me to use Ryan ever. So like my hint is if you're gonna do Pack Wars, try to bring a Ryan. Because people know like certain units are like, oh, Orochi's gonna land all these dots, or like, you know what I mean? Like people are like aware of certain units, but there's like some things. I noticed we also tried the Water Dryad, which does a surprising amount of work as a level 1. So like it's kind of fun when you're doing Pack Wars to like know these like tidbits about like random units. Like some people are godly and they can remember every skill of every unit, but if you're like me and you have crappy memory and you're like, what is that unit's 3rd skill or 2nd skill that is in my storage for like ever, you're gonna be like blown away by some of these units at level 1. Now granted, it's because they have no runes, so the runes aren't gonna help you any, but like that's the fun of this, right guys? So definitely I recommend Pack Wars because you get to learn skills of units you rarely ever use and like weird combinations, and it's just a good time, especially good when you wreck your friends. So I 100% recommend Pack Wars. We are 1v1ing. Can Han do Han things alone? Question mark. No, Helphus, no! No! Why do you have a Helphus? Oh, we're gonna get Helphus here, guys. 1v1, Han v Helphus. Who's gonna win? The Helphus is gonna win. Yeah, the Helphus. That's the only way this goes. That's the only way. Alright guys, 1v1s are the best way to test your monsters against your friends. 1 versus 1. Honestly, it's kind of like, you know, when your friends were like, who would win, like, the Hulk or like, I don't know, Wolverine? I feel like that's kind of the way this feels to me. It's like, well, there's 2 ways of doing it, right? It's like nuke versus nuke. Who can nuke the best? Or is it like strategy versus strategy? Like, obviously, you're gonna like pull out the Hellfist and I'm gonna sit over here like, dude, that ain't cool. I'm just gonna say right now, it is not cool to arena somebody in a 1v1. So if I see you guys trying to come at me and 1v1 me with arena, I'm just going to exit out because that's cheap shot and you just don't do it. I feel like that's party foul of 1v1s. 1v1 with your best units, with your best runes, and see which one of you or your friend, are gonna come out ahead. I think that's the best way to do it, and this is a ton of freaking fun. Also, you know, towers are an issue, but we don't talk about that. I can't do anything about this. I can't do anything about it. I don't even think there's any right move to use here. It's gonna drop below half HP and then I'm effed either way. There's nothing I can do. There's no heal block magically that's gonna be on a Han. Oh wait, it's under half now. If you could proc. If he procced! If he had procced! If he had procced, he could have won. So I had to throw this in here as one of the most trolly, hilarious, fun things to do is to just go full 1-star battle. Guys, it's not clever, it doesn't require a whole bunch of strategy, but there is nothing more enjoyable than pulling out the treasure boxes against your friends, the Sandmen and the little flamey boys, and just pummeling your friends with some 1-stars. Woohoo! Attacks 4 consecutive strikes to decrease defense. Yes! Treasure box killed something! No, they both did! Leave me alone! Okay, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this, I can't lie. I like watching the little treasure boxes go and eat like their friends. I'm a bad person. Honestly, I think this is just like a trolly fun thing to do when you totally want to turn your brain off and play some RTA. There's a lot of RTA that you can still, you know, unintentionally keep your brain on for, but this is just pure fun. Alright, hey, hit auto. Hands up. Alright, the full auto. I left one of my favorite possible ways of doing RTA for very last. This, you're going to bring your normal comps, your normal teams against each other, and you are just gonna hit auto and just let AI take over. And it's kind of funny. At first you're gonna be like, oh my god, why is it using AoE attacks when there's will everywhere? But then it just becomes kind of like a, like you're just like cheering on your units and you're like, come on, come on, come on. Why didn't you use skill 2? And it kind of, it does 2 things. 1, it's hilarious because AI can make the dumbest decisions, but 2, it's really kind of good for checking out your team comps. So for example, if you are having an issue with like a gear, for example, and you know what the meta team is to kind of go against a gear, but say you don't have a unit. Say like you don't have the perfect team that everyone's like, well duh, you just, you know, you take this down with this, and you're like, but I don't have that. Well, what about that? Oh shoot, I don't have that either. This is so much fun because honestly, you can just, this, aside from the AI, it points out a lot of weaknesses with your team, and it's a little tilty, it's a little funny, but at least you're not taking responsibility for any of it because you're like, oh, well, it's AI's fault that I lost, or oh, it's, you know, oh, it's a violent proc's fault, and you totally have your hands off of it, you totally don't take any responsibility, and it's so hard to tilt because it's just so freaking funny. So if you want to like still play sort of kind of like meta relevant teams, but just take all the pressure off, play with your friends on full freaking auto. I a million thousand bajillionth % think this is the funnest freaking way to just change up RTA and make it just totally stress-free and hilarious and fun. Alright, let's see what happens. I'm full autoing. It's gonna reset the Juno of all things and then silence. Okay. It decided to silence the Rock Boy, but that does mean I don't get Atlas stoned. So I guess that's good. However, there's plenty of chances for that Fran to just heal that Josephine, so I don't know why it's doing that. Oh god, that's gonna be really bad against Juno. Not a great Juno team, quite frankly. But we do have a passive heal, so that's good because of Iris. We have a passive heal, we have strip potential, we have passive heal, strip, stun. This is not super bad. Oh, but the Atlas Stone got thrown. This is gonna be a problem. We can keep ourselves. Okay, he's stunned. That's good. Oh shoot! Right, skill 2 hadn't been used yet. Oh, but okay. Are we good? Can we be good? Oh shoot, Lagmaron! No, Lagmaron! Lagmaron, baby, Lagmaron! Sweet Lagmaron, baby! No! Why, darling? Lagmaron, don't die! I need you! No, Lagmaron! Damn! No! Oh, this is over. This is so over. Oh, rip me. Why does it keeps... AI really doesn't want you to like end something with little HP. It's like, I want them to stay around a little longer, so let's just like target different stuff. I feel like targeting different stuff. You know, this one's got a little bit of HP left. I'm gonna target something else. Pog. GG, Celtic. Thank you guys so much for watching this video and for voting me into the top 4. If you like my content, please vote for me again. I really am so excited and I love this competition and I hope I can move on to the top 2. Let me know in the comments below, guys, how do you de-stress from RTA? Do you jump into Goodwill battles with your friends to try new comps? Do you go back to Giants and Dragons trying to get those swift and violent runes to drop? Or do you just like chuck the phone across the room, leave it be, go get some lunch, then come back after the tilt has passed? Let me know in the comments down below and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.